He was the king of pop, a global icon, a man whose voice, moonwalk, and mystery changed music forever. But behind the glittering glove and dazzling spotlight was a troubled soul. And on June 25, 2009, the world stopped. What really happened that day? What led to the sudden death of the most famous man on Earth? The truth is darker, deeper, and stranger than you've ever been told. This is the story of Michael Jackson, his rise, his torment, and the chilling final hours that still haunt millions. Welcome to Scary Diaries. Let's begin. Early life, Gary, Indiana, 1958. In a small house with peeling paint and crowded bedrooms, a star was born, Michael Joseph Jackson, the seventh of 9 children in a working-class African-American family. His father, Joe Jackson, ruled with an iron fist. Discipline wasn't a choice, it was survival. Michael's childhood wasn't filled with toys or cartoons. It was filled with rehearsals, bruised hands, and dreams bigger than the tiny house they lived in. At just 5, he stepped into the spotlight with his brothers as part of the Jackson 5. But even then, he outshone them all. By the age of 11, he wasn't a child anymore. He was a sensation. Rise to fame, Motown. The Jackson 5 exploded. I want you back, ABC, I'll be there. Michael's voice was magic, his eyes full of pain and passion. But Michael wasn't satisfied, not with group fame. He wanted more. In 1979, Off the Wall made people dance. But it was 1982's Thriller that changed the world. The red jacket, the zombies, the moonwalk. The album became the best-selling of all time. Michael Jackson wasn't just an artist, he was a phenomenon. But fame is a strange drug. It gives and it takes. And slowly, it began to take more than it gave. The man in the mirror. Michael's image began to shift. Literally, his skin lightened, first a little, then noticeably. Rumors spread like wildfire. Bleach creams, plastic surgery, identity crisis. The truth? He had vitiligo, a skin condition. But no one wanted truth. They wanted headlines. He lived in a fortress called Neverland, surrounded by animals, carnival rides, and silence. He longed for childhood, the one he never had. But to the media, it was weird, bizarre, dangerous. And then, the allegations came. In 1993, a 13-year-old boy accused Michael of abuse. The case never went to trial. A settlement followed, but the stain, it never left. Another case emerged in 2005. This time, a courtroom, cameras, and chaos. But after months of testimony, he was acquitted. Not guilty. Still, the damage was done. The king of pop looked broken. The final years, he vanished from the public eye. His finances crumbled. He was drowning in debt. Still, he dreamed of a comeback. This is it. 50 shows in London. The world cheered. Tickets sold out in hours. Rehearsals began. Michael was rehearsing harder than ever, smiling, dancing, reaching for something, as if he knew time was running out. And then, just days before the tour, a call was made. Michael Jackson was dead. The death. June 25, 2009, 12:21 p.m. A 911 call from Holmby Hills. He's not breathing. We need help. Paramedics arrived, but the king of pop was already cold. The world mourned. Streets flooded with fans. But as the music faded, the questions grew louder. He had been administered propofol, a surgical anesthetic, by his private doctor, Conrad Murray. A drug never meant for home use. A drug that should only be used inside an operating room. Why was it used as a sleep aid? Why was Murray the only one in the room? Why did he delay calling 911? Autopsy reports revealed a cocktail of drugs. Murray claimed Jackson begged for sleep, for peace. But something didn't add up. Was it negligence or something more? Theories and whispers. The internet exploded with theories. Some said Michael was murdered, that powerful people wanted him silenced, that he had uncovered secrets, that he was planning to expose dark truths within the industry. Others believed he faked his death. that the pressure was too much, that the king of pop simply disappeared. Some said his family knew more than they revealed, that the will was forged, that the money trail didn't make sense, that Conrad Murray was just a scapegoat. In 2011, Murray was convicted of involuntary manslaughter, 4 years behind bars. But many believe he wasn't the only one responsible, maybe not even the main one. The legacy: Michael's music still plays. Billie Jean, Smooth Criminal, Heal the World. The voice still echoes, the moonwalk still stuns. But the man behind it all remains a mystery. He was a genius, a perfectionist, a lost child, a tortured soul. He gave the world everything, and in return, was torn apart by it. Was he strange? Yes. But he was also kind, generous, and deeply misunderstood. In the end, the king of pop didn't just die. He was exhausted. From fame, from lies, from never being allowed to just be human. Michael Jackson's story is more than just music and scandal. It's a story about the cost of greatness, the price of being a legend in a world that doesn't understand pain behind the spotlight. And maybe, just maybe, we still don't know the full story. What really happened to Michael Jackson? You decide. Let us know in the comments. Was it accident, conspiracy, or escape? If you felt something watching this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because some stories should never be forgotten. This is Scary Diaries, and the king may be gone, but his shadow still moonwalks through history.